The man who was put in charge of administering the CFMEU by the Albanese government, Mark Irving, is launching a new inquiry into violent conduct across the Queensland building industry. Mr. Irving has accused former officials within the union of permitting and getting drawn into a culture of threats, intimidation and violence as a means to get their own way and force builders into hiring CFMEU members over other workers. If you're wondering why you can't afford to buy a house in Australia, one of the reasons, not the only reason by far, but one of the reasons, is that there's not enough supply, not enough homes being built. And one of the reasons for that is the high cost of labour in this country. And one of the reasons for that is unions like the CFMEU, who instead of being what unions should be, organisations that look after workers and make sure they're getting a fair pay and conditions and safety at work, have become more like protection rackets and some kind of extortion machine, bullying builders into high wages and low productivity deals. We've had experts on this show tell us that building labour costs in this country are about 20 to 30% higher than they should be, and that for government buildings it's even higher, with taxpayers paying up to 50% more because of the cost of labour for those projects. One expert even alleged to us that this was partly because the big building companies were in on cosy deals with the unions to rip off taxpayers. Now, if that's even partly true, it's an outrage. I've been told by people in the construction industry that executives who refuse to be bullied by the CFMEU have had to get security guards to protect their families following threats. This is not okay in modern Australia, and I hope Mr. Irving gets to the bottom of it. An inquiry like this is long overdue. Not only is the union allegedly bullying builders, they like to bully inside their own ranks. He's accused former CFMEU officials of violence and threats and retaliation against rival unions and those internally who stood up to the union leadership. The Australian newspaper reports that Irving's announcement of the new inquiry comes after the resignation of barrister Travis O'Brien, the man who was appointed last year to lead the clean-up of the Queensland branch. Graham McCulloch, the former academics union leader who was appointed to take over the Victorian branch, abruptly resigned just weeks into the job in response to allegations that he acted inappropriately towards female administrative staff. And a New South Wales CFMEU organiser's car was firebombed in the early hours of Monday morning. Irving says criminal figures in the construction industry must be held to account. You may have noticed if you've been overseas on holiday recently that you can log into your streaming services like Netflix or Prime in other countries, but the shows they offer are different and sometimes even better. You're paying good money for those subscription services. Why can't you watch? Well, with a virtual private network or VPN, you can log in from home here in Australia with an internet address from anywhere in the world, and big corporations and big government can't see where you are. Now, to be clear, criminals can still be actively found with police warrants, of course, but the average honest citizen will have their location protected from prying eyes of corporate marketers and government bureaucrats. If you sign up now with private internet access, we think they are the best VPN service out there. That's private internet access. As a viewer of The Other Side, you can get 83% off the price of your subscription and get online for less than $3 a month. Check it out right now. Go to piavpn.com/otherside. That's piavpn.com/otherside. It's a great service and a rock bottom price, and you're helping keep The Other Side going and growing. That was a segment from a recent episode of our fortnightly news commentary show, The Other Side, with me, Damian. If you liked it, support us. Subscribe to our channel on YouTube right now so you don't miss a thing. It's totally free. Just click that subscribe button and the little bell. And check out our Other Side Unplugged show too, and join our mission to actually do something and change Aussie media for the better at othersidetv.com.au. That's othersidetv.com.au. Check it out now.